What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another video for my Omi homies, and it's been a little while since my last video. I was away on vacation in Scotland and Sweden, enjoying the rest of my summer, what was left of my summer, with my family, but now I'm back ready to cover some things Veve and Omi related, and Veve just keeps on releasing some cool things this week. We got the Spider-Man 300 drop happened yesterday. Today, Dr. Octopus is a pretty cool drop, even though he looks a bit like Elton John. And then, of course, we have Decon coming up this weekend, an exciting weekend, bringing more exposure to Veve. But the question remains, is the team too focused on Veve and not focused enough on the Omi token? And in fact, do they even care about the Omi token? I'm going to get into that in this video, so stick around. There is a lot to talk about. If you like this sort of content, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is linked down below. So, of course, DesignerCon UK in London is this weekend, and Veve will be there. It's a great opportunity for them to continue building their brand and gaining exposure, and this comes on the heels of San Diego Comic-Con. In October, there is New York Comic-Con, and I will be heading there. I'm looking forward to meeting the team and meeting some members of the community. Just give me a shout in the comments if you'll be heading to New York Comic-Con. I'd love to see you there. And then, of course, after New York Comic-Con, there is DesignerCon in Anaheim. So we have a series of events that provide Veve with opportunities to engage with people, to introduce the product to people. They haven't done marketing in a traditional sense. This is their form of marketing. So the event is September 3rd and 4th, and Veve will be releasing a series of artist drops on these days. Some of these have pretty limited edition sizes, and they're pretty reasonably priced. I kind of like this X large drop, specifically the running variation. It's rare, it's animated. It's listed at $50, $1,000, a little over $1,000 in edition size. So I might be going for that one. I haven't made up my mind yet, but what I'm really looking forward to this weekend is seeing whether or not they formally announce a partnership with Banksy. If you've been paying attention, you'll have noticed that in the last video update, David Yu had a Banksy statue strategically placed right behind him. This is not the first time he's did it in the last video update. All right, so he's obviously doing this on purpose. I'm absolutely positive that they have a partnership with Banksy, and DesignerCon would be the place to do it. DesignerCon is an exhibition for artists and, you know, toys and statues and things like this, and it's in the UK. It makes sense that the announcement would come this weekend. We'll see. If it doesn't come this weekend, I'm sure it's going to come soon, but I would think that it's going to come this weekend, and that will be interesting to watch play out. And of course, this morning, Dr. Octopus dropped first appearance. He kind of looks like a badass Elton John or an emasculated male. All depends on your interpretation. I'm liking the Marvel metallic red variation, and I like the fact that they'll be doing this year as part of the 83rd anniversary of Marvel. They'll be releasing ultra rare collectibles coated in metallic red. So this is something new, it's something interesting, and it adds a kind of a new layer. You might be someone who wants to collect all the metallic red drops. But all of these things, the drops, the new partnerships, the one-of-one art pieces, the con events, all of these things are centered around Veve. And a lot of people in the community are wondering if the team, you know, if they view Omi more as an afterthought, and if Veve is now their main vehicle and what they're focused on for the future. And if you watched the last video update, you saw that their Q3 priorities are also Veve centered. You got the Master Collectors program is something that's being prioritized. It might not be out by the end of Q3, but it is being worked on and hopefully finalized and ready for Q4. The metadata should be finally done in Q3. A lot of people are looking forward to that. Getting a workable search bar in the Veve app, which I think is a big upgrade and a small thing that will go a long way to make the app more user-friendly. And then a big one, crypto pain, which will have big implications for the Veve ecosystem. But again, all of these things are Veve centered. What about OMI? What about all of the exchanges that were promised? They said that we would have, I think, 4 new exchanges this year, and a couple of them would be pretty decent sized. We got one small one early in the year. We still don't have OMI utility, let alone even the next version of the OMI utility plan, telling us about the buyback situation and what's going on there. So, does the team still care about the OMI token? I think you only have to look at this bar graph to get your answer. This bar graph tells us about the circulating supply and where it's allocated. The black represents OMI that was sold in the token sale. The blue represents the founders' tokens. There are a total of 75 billion OMI tokens that are held by the team and the founders. So wrap your mind around that. 75 billion OMI tokens. That means that if OMI were to hit 10 cents in the coming years, which many people think is easy to do if all the catalysts play out properly and things continue on their course, that's $7.5 billion worth of OMI tokens. If it hits 50 cents, that's like $37 billion. And of course, if it were to hit $1, that's almost $100 billion. If anyone stands to benefit from the OMI token succeeding, it's the team behind it. So I don't buy into the narrative that the team doesn't care about the OMI token. Rather, I think this is all being strategically done, and they're working on Veve first because Veve is the foundation, and then they will integrate the OMI token into Veve. The Veveverse will eventually come out, and OMI will work to serve the whole ecosystem. And remember that their plans exceed and go beyond just the Veve ecosystem. They want OMI to be a token that's utilized by other projects, and we're starting to see that play out in small steps with Epico Regal and other community-based projects that are like Fiches that are utilizing the OMI token. So I do think that there is a long-term plan for the OMI token. It might be frustrating that things have been quiet on the OMI side and they're mainly focused on Veve, but remember that as Veve gets stronger, OMI gets stronger, because eventually OMI will be integrated and utility will one day come for the OMI token, all right? And the stronger that Veve is, the better off the OMI token will be. And I do think they're taking their time with the OMI token because of the current market conditions. Getting it listed on even a major exchange during this bear market would have little to no effect, and it would kind of be a wasted opportunity to create excitement for the token. So I think that they're being strategic in how they roll things out, and they're going to wait to maximize the impact of these catalysts. Now, I do expect that OMI utility will come hopefully by Q1 2023, but keep in mind that it's not unheard of in this space for these things to take time. Just look at Cardano, which launched way back in 2017, and during that market cycle, it shot up to like $1.20 just off the hype, crashed down, and it took years for them to get their smart contracts rolled out. That only happened in September of last year, and they still have a number of catalysts that have been delayed and things that they're working on. Look at the merge for Ethereum. This has been in the works for many years, all right? They've talked about this. It's been delayed many times, all right? So things take time, and I do think that they are waiting to maximize the impact of these catalysts. And this is what being early to a project looks like. When we think about people who were early to Bitcoin a decade ago and early to Ethereum when they first launched, it sounds exciting, but it's not exciting, all right? Being early means believing in something when no one else does. It means believing in something before it's built out and fully developed, and before all the catalysts come. And it's quite scary. It's speculative. You're not certain that things will play out. All right. In many ways, you are gambling on the fact that the team will be able to execute on their plans. All right. That's what being early is. You take on more risk, but the reward is also greater. So if you believe in the team and if you believe in, what they're setting out to achieve, then it's something to consider. If you're not, then you just keep it moving. I happen to believe in the team and in this project, so I'll continue to take advantage of these market conditions, DCA, accumulate what I can during this market cycle. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think the team cares as much about the OMI token as they do about Veve NFTs? As always, I hope you all enjoy your week. Like and subscribe to the channel on your way out and follow me on Twitter. I will see you in the next video.